Mario & Luigi Brothership is the latest Mario RPG, not to be confused with Super Mario RPG, that was on the SNES. The Mario & Luigi continuity began with Superstar Saga in 2003 and consists of Partners in Time, Bowser's Inside Story, Dream Team, and Paper Jam, the latter being a one-time crossover with the separate Paper Mario continuity of Mario RPGs, consisting of Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, Super Paper Mario, Sticker Star, Color Splash, and Origami King. Got all that? Yes, the RPGs have become a particularly gnarled and twisted branch of the Mario tree, not one you'd want to attach a swing to unless you really hate your kids and secretly hope they hang themselves. Brothership is the first Mario & Luigi game on the Switch, and also the first to be developed by Acquire Corp after the developers of previous Mario & Luigi games Alpha Dream went defunct. Still with me? Well, we're not done. Now I have to try to briefly summarise the established backstory of the Mario & Luigi games that you need to know going into Brothership. Ready? Mario and Luigi are two funny Italian brothers. Oh, well that part was easy. Surprising amount of mileage in the concept, really. Man, if you woke up someone who'd been in a coma for 50 years and showed them the Mario Brothers and the Domino's logo and asked them to identify which was a pizza company and which was a gaming franchise, you'd probably blow their fucking minds. Brothership opens with Mario and Luigi getting teleported to a fantastic world of adventure. It's that sudden. They're literally just going about their day when the universe goes, oh shit, the game's starting, bam, portal to fantastic world of adventure. Remember to roll as you land. The world of adventure in question consists of a society of... Okay, you know how a lot of non-tentpole Nintendo games feel like they got their theming from a designer bereft of ideas glancing around at the objects on their workstation, and that's how we got shit like Sticker Star and Kirby's Epic Yarn? Well, apparently for Brothership, their gaze finally went off the crafting desk and fell upon the nearby wall, because the Mario Brothers find themselves tasked to save a race of sentient electrical outlet people. I know it sounds like I'm taking the piss, but that's what they are. Ever since Origami King unironically had a hole punch as a boss fight, the line between reality and piss take has only gotten blurrier, probably because of all the piss on it. Anyway, the homeland of the outlet people has been broken up into a bunch of floating islands, and our job is to reunite them by visiting each one and attaching them to the titular Brothership via extension cord. There's this overarching theme of reunification that's more on the nose than a Blackhead strip, because the electrical cable-themed bad guys literally have a gun that makes people antisocial, but I don't think this is teaching our kids the right lesson about not plugging too many splitters into a single electrical socket. So you should know what to expect if you've played a previous Mario & Luigi adventure. Control M and L as they form the world's smallest conga line, solve platforming puzzles, get into turn-based battles that need more contextual button prompts than an absent-minded tailor. But it soon became clear that beyond the superficial, Brothership feels distinctly different to its predecessors. For one thing, the characters are now 3D modelled, and despite a manful effort to recreate the previous sprite animations in 3D, the characters have lost a certain expressiveness, and I'm a little weirded out by the fact that they added jiggle physics to Mario's tight little Mediterranean booty. There's also been some changes to the core gameplay in that you have less direct control of Luigi, where previously he only jumped when instructed, now he takes the initiative more often to keep up with his brother, which makes platforming easier most of the time, but harder when exactitude is called for, so it's more a lateral change than an improvement, like shifting to the other buttock halfway through a dull meeting. The other major new gameplay mechanic is that you unlock special plugs that give you advantages in combat, like extra damage to flying enemies, or ones wearing blue underpants. Sort of like the badge system from Paper Mario, but where they run out of juice and need time to recharge, so you're incentivized to experiment, and with a metaphorical surge protector interface to help sugarcoat the fact that the Mario Brothers probably have to stick these things up their bumholes. But it does very little to help what's always been the legacy problem with Mario & Luigi combat, and that's that it takes way too bloody long. Mario & Luigi looked at that nice elegant system from Paper Mario and Super Mario RPG, pressed the button right when the attack lands to do extra damage, and thought, hey, if we added 19 more button presses, our combat will be 19 times as elegant. So brush lightly against one fucking Goomba and you spend the next 5 minutes locked into a fight with 9 of the buggers, playing keepy-uppy with Koopa shells for 8 button presses and getting kicked in the spaghetti and meatballs if you miss a single one. Why go through all the trouble of recreating the prolonged bros attacks from previous games in 3D and not take the opportunity to improve them? It's like laundering your underpants and then carefully reapplying all the cum stains. I suppose on that note, the main overarching issue with Brothership is that it mostly feels like going through motions we've motioned many times before. The plot, for example, features a new original support NPC who's always banging on about their beloved mentor who mysteriously vanished. And meanwhile, there's a new main villain who occasionally seems confused about things and wears a big collar and hat that hides their identity when viewed from behind. And I'm like, bitch, even if this wasn't the exact same twist from Super Paper Mario, it's still the kind of twist you could predict from looking at the screenshots at the back of the box. The box, children. It's a sort of hard plastic wallet thing they used to sell games in. The system for navigating the map on the titular Brothership by switching to currents is new to the franchise, but is also the exact midpoint between the map traversal methods from Zelda Phantom Hourglass and Zelda Spirit Tracks. Having to wait for the ship to get to destination so you've got free time to pursue side quests and the like is something I'd normally appreciate in a game like this, but not when the side quests are all really bloody boring. Wait a minute, I think I've just had an epiphany. It's so clear now. That's why playing the game felt like a chore. That's why I started skipping side quests and hurrying through the critical path. It's because it's a really bloody boring game, with too much prolonged samey combat, little variance in the environments, and the telltale stretch marks of needless padding. I mean, when you get to the 4th sea, the game goes, oh no, 2 of the islands you've already collected broke off, and you just have to hook them up again through exactly the same method as before. Which certainly does smack of a game desperately thinking about baseball to sustain itself for a few more thrusts. Guess we'll leave it there then. Really bloody boring, don't recommend. Aggregate that, Metacritic.